stu- Assalamu alaikum student. Welcome to everyone. I am welcoming to everyone to my online class. My name is Md.Fazlul Huq, Instructor non-tech English, Rangpur Polytechnic Institute, Rangpur. It's course 65722. Today student, I think all of you are fine by the mercy of Allah. I think your study is going on very well. So today I shall discuss on paragraph. Two topics is important to you. Actually, will face with these topics in exam. I think you should keep clear knowledge on these topics. What is short note? Short note means you should keep clear knowledge. Actually, students, short note means a short description on any given subject. That means on any given topics. This subject could be on any kind of topic, such as a person, a thing, or happening, or an idea. In a short note, it is not necessary to write down everything. Here you should write down the important points. Actually, students, I think actually the feature of short note would be actually the length of the short note would be very short. It would be not very long type length, and it is on a particular topics. That means the particular topics may be on a person or a thing or any happening update thing or an idea. Actually, in short note, you should not write down everything. You should write the gist, the very important things in a short note. Actually, I think the sentence that you will use in writing short note, actually you should use simple sentence. Actually, you should avoid other sentence than simple sentence. Then it will be fine for short notes. That's as its length is it is length is not very high. That's very long. So you should be careful about writing short notes, and you should you should be the main point, only the main thing on the topics of the topics that will be given to you as a short note. That means you should write down the important points. That means important sentences about the topics. Okay, students, I have given an example to you for a short note, and the example is very known to you. It is a very common known topics to you. In the next slide, the example is given to you. I think it will be clear to you. Okay, students, I think you are watching the page, and in this page I have taken Facebook as a short note to you. Actually, Facebook is a very popular word and very popular thing, and think all of you are well known about Facebook. Actually, here I have written on Facebook. That means that I have written the main sentence about the Facebook. So, students, let's. I am reading the short note on Facebook. I think you will hear you will hear my voice with very attention, and also I think you are watching the short note on Facebook that is given on your screen. Okay, students, let's listen attentively what I am reading about Facebook. Facebook is known as social network services. It is the most popular network among people. This social network is web based. This is less costly. People all over the world feel that they live together in a global village. Using this network, someone can fulfill his ill motive. So the government should be strict in this regard. Actually, student, this you may write many things, many sentences, many comments on Facebook, but as it is given to you as a short note, so you should be careful about the using sentences. That means the length of the short note will be not higher, not lengthier than other. That's mean other topics. So the length should be very short. Actually, students, here you know that actually Facebook. Actually, I have written the main sentences about Facebook. So you should be careful about using sentence. So students, I hear the sentence that I have. The sentence that I have. The sentence that I have written on Facebook. Actually, you have already observed that actually I have maximum times I have used here simple sentence. So sometimes in few sentence only one or two sentence or complex sentence actually. So you should be careful about the using. That's mean maximum times actually you should use simple sentence, and you should write down the main sentence, main topics, main meaningful sentence on about a short note. So actually I think you have understood about short note. Actually the length of the short note will be not very lengthy. Okay, so it should be the length of the short note would be short. That means we have to write the gist, the main points of the main topics of the given topics. Actually there may be many. That means you may be you may face on short note on. That means short note on important of English language, short note on short note on confidence, That's mean there will be another topic, that mean you should write a short note on importance of time. That means write short note on your duty. That's mean various types maybe on short notes. So students, I think it is clear to you. So I am going to the next slide for discussing another topics. Okay, students, now I am telling. Okay, students, now I am I am discussing to you about paragraph. It is a very common topics to you and very important to you, that in all examination, actually all times, we will observe that paragraph is set up in exam question. Actually, what is paragraph? Actually, a paragraph is self-contained unit of discourse in writing dealing with a particular point or idea. A paragraph consists of one or more sentences. Paragraphs are usually an expected part of formal writing, used to organize longer prose. Actually, students, I think actually paragraph, actually it is a, actually you have to write down on a topics with it a particular point or a particular idea, and the length of the paragraph will be bigger than short note. I think as the subject is communicative English to you, so I and you have to gain the skill on four skills. That means reading, writing, spelling, reading, speaking, writing, listening. Actually you have to gain the skill on writing, as it is communicative English. So you should try to write down on any topics fluently in English language. So as you are studying English from class 1, that's mean from your early period of student life till now. So I think many word meanings, many sentence structure are already deposited in you. So I think you should be confident. You should not be hesitated. So you should try to write down any topics fluently. So then if you write if you write if you write any topics in English, then gradually your writing power will be increased. So students, so in a paragraph maximum time you should study some, you should read some paragraph as important paragraph. But you have to careful about, you have to alert that some sentences of a paragraph you have to write by your own hands. So actually you already are known that actually what is paragraph. Actually a paragraph is self-contained unit of discourse in writing dealing with a particular point or idea. Actually, a paragraph consists of one or more sentences. That means on a particular topics actually. So, students, I think you have understood about paragraph. For your clear conception, I have given an example to you. So, students, I am going to the next slide for washing the paragraph. Actually, what would be the length of a paragraph, how to write a paragraph, which types of sentence you will use in a paragraph. So I think you will watch the screen carefully and you will listen my sentence attentively. So students, I have written I have written paragraph on drug addiction. So you actually it is also a common paragraph, common topics you have already read. Okay, drug addiction is a great problem in the modern society. It is a social evil and vice. Drug addiction is caused by frustration in life. Some young people take drugs to forget their failures in life. Sometimes evil company liking for evil things lead a man to drug addiction. Furthermore, there are some very rich men who are reckless in life and take drug as a means of enjoyment. Taking drug is a kind of luxury to them. A drug addicted man is like a beast. He fails to control himself. He loses his physical as well as mental balance. He loses all the good sides of his character and moral restraint. Drug addiction severely affects one's health. It causes untimely and painful death. Drug addiction is now spreading all over the world like a contagious disease. It has become a curse on human civilization. It must be stopped. Otherwise, our whole society will collapse soon. So, students, I think actually you have understood the topics, you have understood the paragraph that is written on drug addiction. Actually, this drug addiction it is a particular topics and it is written. That means the length of this paragraph is bigger than short note, and it is discussed in a prose. So I think students you have understood about the paragraph. For your more clear for your more clearness, I am discussing the topics again. That's mean I am repeating the topics again. Actually students, here actually firstly I have discussed to you about short notes. Actually what is short note ta ki? Actually short note means a short subject. Actually this subject could be any kind of topic such as a person, or a thing or on any happening or an idea. In a short note, actually it is not necessary to write down everything. Here you should write down the important part. Actually short note হচ্ছে অ্যাকচুয়ালি একটা ছোট্ট একটা কোনো একটা বিষয়ের উপরে অতি সংক্ষেপে গুরুত্বপূর্ণ কথাগুলো লিখতে হবে। এটার শর্ট নোটের যে শর্ট নোটের দৈর্ঘ্যটা কোনো ক্রমেই বড় হওয়া যাবে না। অ্যাকচুয়ালি শর্ট নোটের যে সেন্টেন্সগুলো তোমরা ইউজ করবে, অ্যাকচুয়ালি ম্যাক্সিমাম টাইমে ইউ শুড ইউজ দ্য শর্ট নোট ইন এ সিম্পল সেন্টেন্স, then you should not use in a compound or complex sentence. you should try you should try to use simple sentence when you will write a short note. But students, careful that the length of the short note would not be bigger. So you should write down only the important sentences, only the gist sentences on the particular topics. So I think student you have actually I think it is clear to you about short note, and it is a very important thing, important topics to you. And the short notes may be set up on different topics, বিভিন্ন টপিক্স উপর হতে পারে, such as write a short note on English language as an international language, write a short note on confidence as is, write a short note on duty of a student, write a short note on farm determination, write a short note on attentiveness, write a short note on your own technology, write a short note on water, write short note on importance of time. Actually there will be many kinds of short notes actually, but you have to you have to you have to you have to alert about writing short note, that when you write a short note the length should not be you should be careful about the length of the short note, and use you should use the main sentences, main this sentence uh, in short note. Actually student, I am going to, and here I am going to the next slide. Actually students, here I have given to you as Facebook as an example of short note. I think you have already observed about it. Actually here Facebook is a very common word to you, and I think all of you are known about Facebook. Actually what is Facebook? Actually the sentence that I have written here, actually I have written only the main sentences, I have written these sentences, and the length is not very big. I think you have already observed about my writing on Facebook. Actually you know that actually the Facebook is known as a social network service. It is the most popular networking, the most actually students here that I maximum sentences of this Facebook of the short note I have written in simple sentence. Only one sentence is actually here complex. The sentence is people all over the world feel that they live together in a global village. Here this sentence is complex sentence, but other sentence actually is complex, is simple sentence. So you should use the মেইন টপিক সেন্টেন্স। আমি বলতে চাচ্ছি যে তোমরা সিম্পল সেন্টেন্সে লেখার চেষ্টা করিও, কমপ্লেক্স সেন্টেন্স বা কম্পাউন্ড সেন্টেন্সগুলো অ্যাভয়েড করার চেষ্টা করে মেইন টপিক্স অ্যাকচুয়ালি ইউ শুড use the gist, a very important sentence you have to write while you will write down the short note. So students, I have written another important thing of paragraph, and actually here I have given the definition of paragraph, and you are writing paragraph from your early classes, that means from your high school level you are writing paragraph. Actually you know what is paragraph. Actually the length of the paragraph will be bigger than the short note, and a paragraph actually is self-contained unit of a discourse. Actually and it is a paragraph actually usually an expected part of formal writing. Actually it is longer than a prose used to organize. It is longer than a prose. So actually, and it will be written on a self content. This will need be in on a particular idea or topic you have to write down when you will write paragraph. And for I think for to you actually I have given an I have written a paragraph to you as an example, and that is on drug addiction. Actually, students, I think you are watching the slide, and in this slide, I have written paragraph on drug addiction. Actually, drug addiction is a very bad, actually bad thing in our society. It is a curse for human being. Actually, drug addiction is a great problem in the modern society. Actually, it is a evil and vice. Drug addiction is caused by frustration in life. I think you have already read the drug addiction that I have written. So actually, there as it is a you are studying communicative English. So I think you should gain, the skill. That's why you should gain the skills on writing skills. You have to write down any topics in English language fluently, and I think if you practice writing, then it will gradually it will gradually fluent to you. So students, you should read some paragraph as the important paragraph, but you have to try to add some sentence in a paragraph by your own sense. So then I think if you practice writing, then it will come to you. So students, I think you have understood about paragraph and short notes. Huh? Okay, students, I think as okay, students, I think all of you are fine, and I hope that you will not waste time. Actually, we should not waste time in vain. Actually, time is very valuable, and your examination actually when the date of the examination will declare, then you will have to come and you have to sit for examination. So you should not you should not be careless. You should be alert about your student. And as a student, there are many duties of students, but I think the topmost duty is study. So students, for your good, for your present, for your future, for your golden future, you need good results, and you need skill on your expected subject. And so I think you need to use time properly with a plan. So if you use time with a plan, and if you try to do good results or to do good, be alert, you should be careful about your study, about your duty. So student, ঠিক আছে